Hey everybody, so this is hopefully going to be the start of a long-running series, but if you've been subscribing to me for any length of time, you really know that I'm kind of hard-pressed to keep a series going at a certain fucking point, but I will try to keep this going, because this actually genuinely interests me and I want to actually talk about it. So the working title of this, which I'll have to make a fucking intro for this, is Weekly Webtoon Talk. Where I just talk about random webtoons that I'm reading and talk about my feelings, recommend them or not recommend them, what have you. I might do spoilery episodes of this if I, use coins to get way ahead in certain series, like I did with Get Schooled. That's just the only one I think that I've spent a shit ton of coins on to get, I just kept reading and had to get ahead. So the first one I want to talk about is called Down to Earth. And I literally just finished getting caught up on that. It's really good. It really is. I literally had been reading that fucking thing, ever since I found out about it. I think I found out about it because of one of the promotions they do, where it's read the series and get coins. But yeah, Down to Earth. It's really cool. I really like it. I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. It's written and drawn by Pookie Senpai. And I'll just read the blurb for it. Cade lives his average life alone and undisturbed, until a cute alien girl crashes into his backyard. By opening up his home, will this otherworldly girl inadvertently open up his heart? And I've been engrossed in this because it deals with depression, getting rejected, a bunch of other things that kind of just speak to me and are very interesting. Cade, one of the main characters, it's Cade and Zay. I do believe her full name is Zayda. But I'll just call her Zay for ease of speaking. Basically, she crashes down to Earth. Cade finds her. He takes her in. Tries to give her, the lowdown on Earth. She wants to be an Earthling. She ran away from her home. She looks like his ex, and he was not doing really great with the breakup with his ex, whose name is Delilah, and they reference "Hey There, Delilah," the song from Plain White Tees, I do believe. And Zay looks like Delilah, and that kind of throws him for a loop. And he's having all these doubts about himself, and he wants to be your friend, but he also has feelings for her, and he has all these complicated feelings, and he's he's overprotective of her because she's an alien, and there's just it's really good. You gotta read it. You'll fly through it if you start from the beginning. And you'll blaze through fucking Down to Earth. On the other spectrum, because this is Down to Earth is wholesome and slice of lifey. I want to go to the other end of what I usually read on Webtoon, which is something called Get Schooled. I mentioned it, I think, in the previous, early on in the video. And they reached a point where I feel like I have to talk about it, so spoilers. So Get Schooled is about basically uh, I'm not sure if this is like true to South Korea, but this like the South Korea in the webtoon. This is how it works. Is basically they got rid of corporal punishment, and like the kids fucking basically turned feral, and did all these awful things to the teachers. Which I can believe, kids being feral assholes. I don't know if corporal punishment's the way to fucking work it out, but you know. And so there's the Teacher Rights Protection Agency, but they also are meant to protect students from shitty teachers. And the thing I want to talk about is, so I'm like, I don't know how many episodes into the future I am of like the release schedule. Get schooled. Let's see. I'm on episode 43, and the next episode I have is in 10 days. When the fuck did this get released? What day? Is it not gonna fucking tell me when? Anyway, episode 43 is where I am. And there's basically a teacher, and I like this series, but this is where I'm kind of like getting nervous about where the direction of the webtoon's going. Is there's basically a teacher that is a stereotype of what people think SJWs are, of like, you know, calling people discriminators, and like it's literally like a caricature of a teacher who, you know, was trying to, you know, protect kids, also, you know, teach kids, that kind of stuff. It's basically, it's like literally when you hear right wingers talk about teachers of like they're indoctrinating and they're making white kids like fucking, they're blaming white kids for the shit their fucking ancestors did, like that kind of shit, right? And like that's what's happened in the last couple episodes of this webtoon, and it's like, I don't want to make the assumption that this person's an asshole who makes this, but like, that's the impression I get. Maybe it's because I imbibe so much fucking right-wing vitriol that it may have just poisoned how I view, you know, like the teacher's doing bad things. Like I'm not gonna, like, I defend the teacher. No, the teacher's doing bad things. But the justification they're using in their own internal justification is basically like the fucking Looney Tunes villain version of what right wingers think that, like, you know, people call them Marxists and shit like that. You know, it's very close to that. Hopefully, that's not where this is going. You know. The teacher is going to get, you know, smacked in the face, obviously, by the main character, and has been. And I'm worried, because it's online, like, you know, I don't, I'm worried, is all about it. I like it. I also like, one of the other ones I read a lot, like the one I keep up on, one of the ones I keep up on is called Teenage Mercenary, which is really interesting. Basically about a kid who survives a plane crash, gets turned into a child soldier. His family is found because they like survived the plane crash, and then, you know, he gets back home, but he has all this training. He's trying to readjust to being a civilian. But, like, his mercenary side bleeds in, and it's really cool. It's kind of Full Metal Panic-y a little bit. If you've ever seen or read Full Metal Panic, it's kind of, I think his name is Sota, the main character, the crazy guy who's protecting the blue hair chick in Full Metal Panic. He's kind of like, the main character of Teenage Mercenary is kind of like him. Maybe that's why I like it so much. But yeah, that's all I'll really talk about. I have been reading other ones, but I'll talk about that next week. Maybe I should... I'm going to end the video here and just upload it so it will be weekly Webtoon Wednesdays. 3 W's. Anyway, peace out, everybody. Have a wonderful fucking day. Ta-ta. Have a wonderful fucking day. And go read the fucking Webtoons I mentioned. Ta-ta.